So today, as while you're waiting, just a quick one, we're going to be talking about commitment to thrive. And one thing I do want to highlight as well is for anyone who's heard me multiple times, I have a foundation course which you can, join absolutely complimentary on me. If you just go to sahilmehta.com, there's an option to enter your email address and you'll be enrolled in a 5-week course where you'll get one video each week talking about the different dimensions of the Break Free methodology. Aditi, reading Break Free and loving it. Oh, thank you. Yes. So, for anyone who's not aware, I'm an author as well. I've got a book titled Break Free, A Guide to Decluttering Your Life. Neha joined. Hi, how are you? Dwani, hello, welcome. See a few of the regular faces. All right, well, look, I think all of you have been patient enough, so let's begin. So again, welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. And I am so happy and blessed to be with all of you on this second day of May 2021. Yes, it's already the second day of May. Yes, it's already the 5th month of the year. It's one crazy year, right? I mean, I don't know about all of you, but 2020 was one of these years where, and I'm not a big fan of this C word, but I'm going to have to use it. And I'm not referring to commitment, I'm referring to COVID. So COVID was distant, right? I mean, we've heard of it. We've heard of people who've got it, friends, perhaps some distant relative. But 2021 is when it's really hit home. And it's hit, family. I mean, my nuclear family, my extended family, friends, parents of friends, young people, old people, I mean, everything in between. And what's happened is, if we focus on the 4 different bodies, we have the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, and the spiritual body. And in general, when things go south, we are affected in some of these bodies, but very rarely are we affected with all 4 of them. And what this pandemic has done for lots of people, unfortunately, it's negatively impacted each and every one of these bodies. Okay, so I'm staying at this hotel apartment and the Wi-Fi is a little iffy, so you might get a pause every now and again. If you do, apologies from my side in advance, but not much I can do. So again, not all 4 bodies are affected at the same time. And what happens is that, when they all do, it's this downward spiral. Yeah, we get locked in and we just keep going further and further south. And it reminds me of when I'm, the mountain climbs, right? I mean, in life, you're constantly going through ups and downs, but now this is real deep down, a really deep down. And the pain is that everything, when we're so far deep, you imagine yourself falling into a well. When you look around you, all you see is darkness, and it's claustrophobic. It feels like there's no escape. It feels like I'm stuck. I'm at the bottom. What do I do? There's no ladder to climb up. There's no way out, and that's how we currently feel. But the key here, and the key word I want to highlight here, is commitment. And it's that commitment to thrive. It's that commitment to say, I'm not going to let you get the better of me. You can knock me down. You can keep knocking me down, but you're not going to knock me out. I'm going to keep rising again. It's a commitment to health, because I know that if I'm healthy, if I'm fueling my body with the right foods, then I can give more. Right? My body's more able. So if I want to help family, I want to help friends, I want to support my community, my country, my world, I can only do that if my health is good. It's a commitment to keeping my sanity, my mind. Right? I mean, it's a commitment to saying, I'm not going to keep looking at the news, because every time I read it, it sucks me down. It pulls me down. I don't want that. It's a commitment that whenever someone sends me a message on WhatsApp about, some deaths in some countries or number of cases going up, I'm just going to click delete. And I'm even going to tell them, stop sending me these messages. I know there's something going on out there that's terrible. I'm not ignoring it. I'm not trying to be, in my own little world, but I don't need this right now. I'm committed to focus on developing my mind so it stays more sane, so I can again create more impact. And I talk about this in my book, and I'll quickly go through one such example is this concept of why worry. Now I know in these times, people are really worried. I mean, there's so much fear that has engulfed the world, but if there's nothing you can do about it, then worrying is not adding. It's not adding to anything. You're just spending your time and your energy worrying about something when you can do nothing to change the outcome. So let's stop worrying. Let's make a commitment to stop worrying about things that we can't affect the outcome of. And the things we can affect the outcome of, go ahead and do it. Make that commitment that I'm going to do that. The things I can impact and change, I will. And for everything else, I commit to stop worrying about it because there's nothing I can do. And then we move on to the emotional body, right? We talked about the physical, we talked about the mental. Let's talk about the emotional body. I commit to being more aware of my emotional state. Because I know that every time I get high on emotion, and unfortunately right now, it's a little bit more negative than it is positive. I'm not jumping up and down with joy. There's a lot of that negativity around me. But I make a commitment that every time I feel my emotions rising, whether it's fear, whether it's anger, whether it's anything that is really holding me down, I'm making a commitment to breathe. I'm making a commitment to pause. I'm making a commitment to do whatever it takes, stare out in nature, to get back to a normal state, a state where I'm not running high on emotion, because high on emotion many times means I wish I didn't do that. I wish I didn't say that. And we don't want to look back with regret. So I make a commitment to being more aware of my emotional state. And every time it rises beyond a level that I can control, I'm going to pause and I'm going to keep breathing or just take a break, step away until I get back to a better state where I feel I'm in more and more in control. And finally, we talk about the spiritual body. For anyone who's spiritual or religious, why me? How can God or how can the divine do this to me? I've just lost my father. Maybe you've lost a family member. Maybe you've lost a friend or someone close, and you're going, why me? But the thing is that when we're in the well, we can't see clearly. We commit to continuously have and continue to have faith that there's a reason for this, there's a lesson in all of this. And I commit to making it through, and then looking back one day and asking myself, what did I learn? What was the key message here? But I commit to continue having faith. I'm not going to give that up. I'm not going to be the victim. I'm going to come out stronger. I'm going to be a survivor. I'm going to just grab the bull by the horns, right? So ask yourself, every time you're down in that well, you feel that there's no way out, guess what? There still is that one opening. Just look up and you see the light. And make a commitment that I will make it up day after day, step by step, but I will make it out of this well. And a great exercise that you can do is every morning tell yourself, this too shall pass, and I will thrive through this. The storm can throw anything it wants at me, but this boat is rock solid, and I commit to keeping it that way because I love my family, I love myself, and I love everyone around me. And that's what's driving me to keep going. So again, we covered commitment, and every time we feel things going off with our physical body, mental body, emotional body, or spiritual body, we're making a commitment to get back on track and not fall into the trap of becoming the victim. You know, I had a lot of other things that I wanted to talk to you about today, but just seeing what's going on and seeing the cases going up at the rate they are, the one thing that we can do is take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. Because as they say, if your cup is not overflowing, you're not going to have much to give. So make a commitment to yourself that I will come out stronger, and I will make a difference, and I will continue to be the amazing human being that I am. So thank you all for your time. I am now open to questions, so feel free to type questions in the comments box or in the questions tab, and I'll be more than happy to share some of the tools that I use on a daily basis through commitments to not let this affect me in a way where I'm not able to function and serve myself, my family, my team in the workplace, and everyone around me, and all of you. So I'm open to questions. Don't be shy. It's like when I do my talks, you know, it always takes one to put their hand up. It takes a little while, but once the first question comes, the others start rolling in. Thank you for the great message, Sal. Absolutely. Such a pleasure to have you listening in, all the way from Tanzania. My pleasure, Prasad, for the valuable insights anytime. And for all of you that weren't here at the beginning of the call, you know, I have a foundation course which is completely complimentary. For any of you those found value, you can get so much more from the foundation course. All you have to do is go to www.sahilmehta.com, and you can enter your email address for a complimentary 5-week course where you'll receive one video per week, giving you the overview of the Break Free framework, which is also what I write about in my book. And these are tools and rituals that you can start to apply in your life immediately to start to remove the clutter in your life that's holding you back, preventing you from reaching greatness. Because you were all born for greatness. So Dwani is asking, in India things are real bad. How can we commit to uplift the spirit of everyone? The way that I've done this is I commit to helping one individual every single day. You know, sometimes when we think about, the country as a large scale, or the world, it just sounds like overpowering, and we go, oh my goodness, I want to make a difference, but how? What can I do? I don't know. Maybe you can share information. I had someone who was whose father was hospitalized in a very similar fashion to mine. And even though I had to go, and it was while the pain was still fresh in me, I had to go down to a very painful area, but I knew that by sharing, I could help another person, to help him with his pain. And so I committed, even though it was very painful for myself, to share with another. Because I knew that would make a difference in his life as well, and would help me with my healing. So I committed to help. And help could be financial, help could be, verbal support, help can be volunteering, help could be arranging something, arranging oxygen, arranging transportation for someone, I don't know, anything, but just make a commitment to make a difference in one person's life every day, for example. But the most important thing, and as I've said before, the commitment should not be at the expense of you suffering. So make sure that you take care of yourself so that you can help more people, right? Someone like you who's operating at 10% capacity might only impact one person, but if you take care of yourself and you're operating at 80% capacity, I'm just throwing numbers here, you'll be able to help 8 people in a day instead of 1. So it's a multiplier effect, right? So take care of yourself first. Any other questions before we wrap up? So thank you all. My love goes out to all of you. My love goes out to your families, your friends, your communities, and everyone around you. We have one more question. Sahil, are you associated to any COVID relief program by any chance? I'd be happy to join pledge. No, I'm not part of any program, but there are plenty out there, and I know that I see some coming out on WhatsApp. There's so many. I'm more than happy to share that with you. But thank you for making that commitment. So thank you all. Once again, my love to all of you. I wish you a healthy, happy, safe, and prosperous life. Till next week.